Welcome back, everybody, to River Ave Radio. This is the first season of River Ave Radio, and starting out, we have our first sweep in Fenway since 2021. As always, I'm Ryan. I got Kyle. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling incredible. It truly does feel like we did this. We probably have saved the Yankees season by creating this podcast, if I had to guess.
Likely.
And the Red Sox might just be bad. Like, the Red Sox might be a bad baseball team, which I would like. I would think that's quite humorous, in fact.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier in our group chat with some friends. It kind of feels like rolling over and dying in Fenway is the default in the last few years. Like the Yankees were a significantly better team than the Red Sox last year, and they just got whooped all over every time they went to Fenway, pretty much, and especially early on in the year. So it's nice to kind of come out the gate and make a statement, especially after losing three to the Rays. This evens out the AL East record and improves. Let's jump in right into it. Actually, first, I just want to say subscribe, like, download, comment, everything. Follow our Twitters, Instagram. I've been working on some new Instagram graphics, so we're gonna be starting on that pretty soon, hopefully. But starting out, Luis Heel. I want to say I'm sorry.
Don't
And no, no,
apologize.
no, no. Listen, I am going to apologize because he's got his issues, but this is the biggest rivalry in sports, and anyone who sacks up and does what he does to Boston every single time, he's good in my book.
He does
So
he sacks up a lot. Like
he
he's
does
owned them pretty consistently at this point.
0.8 ERA in almost 34 innings pitched. Like
That's
that's
good.
that's really good, and it is. I mean, it's a ridiculous magnet ball. Like it's really insane. It's not like his stats are meaningfully better. Actually, pretty worse. His velo was down the other night. Truly, I don't know how
Don't care.
he
Don't
got
care
through it,
about
but
that.
I don't care. Like I said, sacked up and did it. So Luis Heel, I will never use this platform to speak down on you again. I tweeted this. I'm a quiet observer of Luis Heel. I'm a quiet
I
observer.
don't know. Like, I think that we shouldn't like give him too much credit because I think this is more so the Red Sox being awful than Luis Seal being awesome. But I will for sure take this over what I expected to get from Luis
Yeah,
Heel out of this outing, which was nothing. So I don't know. I think that Luis Seal is not someone that we can rely on going forward, but he's also
without
not
a doubt.
somebody that we'll have to rely on going forward. Like Colin Rodon will be back. He's clearly the guy that'll get sent to the minors. I'm sure he has more options. Like they sent him down at the beginning of the year pretty much without thinking, so I'm sure they can send him down again if they don't need him. Maybe get him ready for like a bullpen role later in the year. But regardless,
He has one
right
option
now,
left.
think, thinking about just right now, Luis Seal, good job. I'm not gonna victory lap like the Red Sox are just really bad, you know.
Yeah, yeah. But
But
either
good
way,
job.
he did it, and a much more consistent and inspiring pitching performance from our next two starters, Cam Schlittler and Max Fried. Absolutely dominated. Max Fried, 8 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 9 strikeouts, and Cam Schlittler, 8 innings pitched, 2 runs, 1 earned, 5 strikeouts, and
Dogged up.
two absolutely beautiful performances. I mean, and really like, and I will say, like Peyton Tolly, credit where it's due. That guy's disgusting, and the Schlittler Tolly starts for years to come are going to be really fun to watch. I really enjoyed watching the baseball game last night, and even though Tolly was just kind of dicing us up, even I mean he had what 11 strikeouts in
Yeah, and
however many
six.
innings. That was insane, and
It was good.
he was really good, but not good enough. Well, he was good enough. The bullpen wasn't good enough. Their bullpen, dude, is
If
just
he was so
not.
good, he should have thrown 8 innings. Perhaps even 9 innings.
I
Perhaps.
I would agree. He should have known the state of the bullpen,
He should
which is
have.
not good
He
at
should have
all.
seen Greg Weissert warming up in the pen and been like, I will throw 180 pitches to
Cora,
prevent this from
sit the
coming to
fuck
pass.
down.
But yeah, Schlittler was awesome. Fried was probably even more dominant than Schlittler
Yeah,
was. I mean, definitely more dominant than Schlittler
without a
was.
doubt.
And not that Ryan acknowledged it. I think Ryan texted in the group chat that Max Fried looks like shit
Okay,
at the beginning of his start.
no,
Want to explain
because
yourself?
he did, and this is a confirmed thing. They did the story about him. He was pitching from the windup, and literally Matt Blake said to him in the dugout, "This is confirmed. This happened in the game." He was like, "Hey, it's not working. When are you gonna stop trying that?" And then he started pitching from the stretch, and he looked a lot better. So I was completely correct. I said he's been having command issues all year from spring training onwards, which is true, and then he locked in. So he might have actually heard me, and I got him to lock
We
in.
should be
So
thanking you,
apologize.
is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone, please leave your apologies in the comments. Ryan actually does know ball, despite our misgivings. But yeah, it was a great pitching weekend. Like we very realistically could have had three shutouts
Yeah.
in all three of those games. Like Schlittler gets the one unearned run. Fried gave up no runs. Heel, like they were bad, but
Somehow.
somehow didn't give up any runs.
The bullpen also held
So
it down really well.
oh yeah,
So
I was very impressed with the Yankees. Like as you stated before, like it's been really bad. It's been really rough times in Fenway, especially last year
yeah.
against the entire AL East last year. And I thought at the beginning of this year when we got swept by the Rays, I was like, wow, same old, whatever. But hopefully this kind of lights a fire under them and it's like we can do this and they'll take this. I don't know when their next AL East series is. Do you?
I don't. I'm pretty sure it's against the Orioles though, and I think it's. I'm pretty sure it's coming up. I'm looking at the schedule right now. Actually, yes, it's at home against the Orioles. I think it's like May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Word.
Because I was looking at tickets going to one of those games. But yes, yep, I was right. Or I'm sorry, May 1st. It's loading right now. May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Okay, so it's a 4-game set against the Orioles at home, and then we go to Baltimore, and then we have a 4-game set against. Oh wow! And then we go back to back, 4 games against the Blue Jays, 3 games against the Rays, both at home.
Okay, so there's a lot of AL East coming up. So I'm
Yeah,
glad that they started off relatively strong. Like obviously
yeah,
the Tampa series was really bad, but the Trop is a fake devil magic ballpark, and nothing that happens in that state actually counts. Now, the Florida has the Rays and the Marlins doing highly unethical things now. Like this is absurd. We can't be doing that.
I agree. Something's got to be done.
Something has to be done.
But that's for a separate episode. Final note on the Red Sox. Actually, too, Giancarlo Stanton. Just, I mean, what do you think? Started the turnaround or just Fenway juice?
I mean, obviously he historically has been pretty excellent against the Red Sox. I'm pulling up his Savant page just to see what's going on, but like he struck out 4 times in the third game. Like I think he's a streaky guy. Like all of his expected numbers are like kind of reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not entirely like I wouldn't be surprised if he turns it around here, but I think he's not on one of the Stanton hot streaks yet, and until he's like hitting home runs every game for like a week, I'm not gonna be sure he's back. And then obviously he'll probably fall off at some point
Yeah,
after that. It's really like Stanton, you just got to get him hot at the right time. Like I don't really concern myself that much with how Giancarlo Stanton is doing on any specific given day, if that makes sense.
the Lion does not concern himself with Giancarlo Stanton strikeouts.
True. Confirmed true.
Um, but another turnaround, maybe Jazz. Looked better. This 4 hits.
Yeah. I mean, he had a home run. That was like
Yeah,
it was really fake home run. Like it was down the pesky pole.
home
Like
run.
not exactly sure if that counts, but
It's a home run.
it counts
It
for a
counts.
run.
It counted for two.
No, it was a solo home run.
Oh, I thought it was two. No, no, yeah, it was a
Wrong.
solo. Yeah, no, you're
But
right.
it counts for one. But either
You're right.
way, it does count for one.
Yes.
So I don't know. Do you know Giancarlo Stanton actually has a 0 base running value? He's been an average base runner so far this year.
I actually believe that he's stolen a couple bases, and I mean he's just
Demon.
like,
He's
what's his
stolen one
what?
base, but
What does he have, like first percentile sprint speed?
yeah, 100. It's It's one. I could run faster than Giancarlo Stanton. I do not run quickly.
He runs like he's a fridge on his back. It's insane.
Did you
But
see the clip of Vientos rounding third?
yes, dude.
He runs like he has a fridge on his back. Like
Like the third base coach just like, no.
This is the Mets, one of the Mets players. Like, wow, he blew past the third base coach's stop sign and got thrown out at home by like 800 feet, and this was during their losing streak. So
No, they won.
things were bad, but then it worked out. So
Yeah.
who am I to judge?
A
What a
Yankees fan
demon.
who hasn't won 12 or who hasn't lost 12 games straight in the last
Yeah,
100 years
that's
or
who we are
whatever.
to judge. But yeah, the Red Sox I think will probably get better. Like I can't possibly imagine that this is the best they get this year. Like Roman Anthony has to be good at some point, right? Like I do believe that will happen at some point.
I think the offense will definitely get better, but like, will the pitching like?
The pitching was fine enough this series. Like they have like Crochet has been truly awful, and like I've been hearing a lot about Crochet's stuff, and like it is like meaningfully down. Like this isn't just bad luck,
Mhm.
but also like I have to expect somebody like him to kind of figure it out eventually.
Yeah, I'm not counting him out. I mean the rest of the staff. Like Suarez
Suarez
isn't
is
good.
bad.
Connolly
But like
is
if
good.
you have
Tolly's good. I guess
yeah,
Christian's good. Yeah, I guess
you have
yeah.
Crochet, Tolly, and Early,
Yeah.
and then Suarez and Bayo both suck. Bayo's bad. Like, have
Yeah.
you seen his numbers this year? We didn't get to
Yeah.
face him this week, which I was kind of sad about because we probably would have slimed him.
Yeah, I know like the Bayo has really impressive career numbers against us, but his last couple starts have been really bad. Like I would be interested to know what his starts against the Yankees are in the last like 5 or so, because
Ben Rice is his father.
Ben Rice is his father, and that's why they ran scared. I've seen a lot of like Ben Rice discourse, and everybody's like, "Oh, Ben Rice is bad against lefties." Like this is just baseball, dude. He hit home runs in 4 games straight. He's gonna strike out a lot after that. Like that's just kind of how it works.
Ben Rice is still second in
Yeah.
WRC plus.
I'm
of
not
all
worried. Yeah,
hitters.
I'm not worried about that for like a very long time. Like,
Yeah,
and I laugh at you if you are. Haha.
I agree. I would laugh.
But yeah,
But yeah, so Red Sox
fuck
are
the Red
bad.
Sox.
Red Sox were bad. Jaron Duran sucks. Wilson Contreras is the only man on their offense right now. If Roman Anthony's injured, that I respect. They really flopped on not re-signing Rob Refsnyder. I know he's injured right now, and Romy Gonzalez is injured too. I think that's the only. I'm not actually entirely sure about that, but that's the only possible reason that he wouldn't be playing this series, right? Because
Yeah.
we threw out we threw out Max Fried and he would have been playing.
Yeah.
So they can't hit lefties. Like Jaron Duran can't hit lefties. This like their guy who they just paid however many dollars. Like they paid a ton of money to Ranger Suarez, and he sucks.
Yeah. And a lot of years
So-
too, like 7 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, I mean, Rafael is still chasing at everything. Like he's a nearly 36% chase rate, and he's hitting in the leadoff.
And they're batting him
spot.
second.
Yeah, they're batting him second leadoff. Like they're batting Jaron Duran leadoff. Like this is just Trevor Story is not good. Hasn't been good this year. I remember Red Sox fans were talking about that over the offseason, like just begging him to opt out of that contract. And oh my God, his chase rates are even worse. 46.
It's Jover, bro.
Yeah, it's Jover.
People really thought that he should opt out, which is hilarious.
That is really funny. I don't know if they thought he should. I think they wanted him to.
No, like people, real human beings on Twitter were like, oh, like he's turning it around, man. Like he could be really good. He sucks. He's truly an awful baseman. He can't defend either.
Yeah.
And all their young guys are ass. I know Marcelo Meyer hit an RBI double this series, but like,
that was so fake.
it was a Fenway double, first of all.
Yeah.
And he can't hit lefties. He's a 623 OPS right now. How's Christian Campbell doing, by the way, Red Sox fans? How's he doing right now?
You dare laugh at us for Jason Dominguez, and you paid this guy $60 million US.
You gave him a real
Also,
contract.
Jason Dominguez looks really good against left-handed pitching right now, and
He does.
He might actually
in the minors.
get the call up soon.
Christian -1 career B WAR. Campbell, by the way.
Yes, you have more career B WAR than Christian Campbell.
True.
You are worthy of
I'm trying to-
$60 million.
I'm trying to look at his minor league stats. I'm sure he's probably doing fine. Wow, he sucks, dude. Guess what his OPS in AAA is this year?
364.
That'd be really bad. No, his OPS is 723.
Ah, you made
But
it sound like it was going to be really bad.
having a 723 OPS in the minor
Okay,
leagues is really
a
bad, bro.
723 OPS is not wow. He sucks. It's like
No, that's wow, he
all right.
sucks.
I guess I don't
You're a
know.
top prospect
Yeah,
and you get a major league guaranteed money deal. You can't even put up you put up a barely above average OPS against like 20-year-olds and like
yeah,
29-year-old journeymen who can't make the league anymore. Like,
that's true.
and he's not even that young. He's 23 now. Like, clock's ticking, buddy.
This is what I mean.
Craig
I feel like
Breslow, bro.
the vibes in the rivalry have kind of flip flopped a little bit. Like
Yeah, we were getting belt for a while.
and and now like Christian Campbell is the super senior now.
Quadruple A player,
Yeah.
bro.
Anyways,
So I think we've talked enough
yeah.
about the Red Sox. We can talk about some of the other division opponents that we're just going to do the rest of this episode mainly as a check-in on everybody else. We did
Hmm.
our division previews, which if you haven't seen, you should go check out. They still definitely apply, even though obviously a lot of the analysis is outdated because we cannot see the future. But
Some
the
of it might
AL
not be.
Beast, as they call it, has really been really bad. Like I think we're the only team with a positive run differential so far this year
Yeah.
in our division, which is hilarious. If you pull, I'm pulling up the records now. Yeah, the Yankees are 16-9, the Rays are 13-11, and then every other team is below 500. The Orioles, at the time of recording, are 12-13. The Jays are 10-14, and the Sox are 9-16. Wow, they're awful, dude. They're seven
Yeah.
games back already.
The Yankees are the best team in the American League right now, and they are almost the best team in baseball. They're tied for oh no, wow, the National League is really good.
Yeah.
Whew.
The American League has just been bad.
Dude, oh my God, the Phillies! I was so
The
right.
Phillies have the worst record, I
I
think.
was so right. 8-17.
A lot of the good teams have started off bad, which comes back into what we were talking about with
Yeah.
the AL East. So we can just go in order of standings here. So starting off with the Rays. Obviously, we got swept by the Rays. Awful, awful, awful series. But their devil magic doesn't work against other teams or when
Yeah.
they're not in the Trop. So I'm not too concerned about the Rays. Like McClanahan has looked pretty bad. Their talk preseason was like, will he become an ace? The answer, I think, at this point is pretty clearly no. You have something to say on that?
Also, no, I have something to say on somebody else. So if you want to finish up your McClanahan thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at some of his underlying numbers here, they're not like awful. Like he has a pretty middle of the pack strikeout rate, like middle of the pack on a lot of other things, but he's walking 14% of guys, which is really bad. He's giving up a lot of hard contact. He's like pretty near the bottom of the league in both barrel percent and hard hit rate. He's not getting a ton of ground balls. He's like pretty much completely average in getting ground balls, and his expected ERA is close to 5. So I think that maybe he could improve as he comes back more. Like obviously he hasn't really thrown in 3 years. So I'm not gonna count him out. I'm not gonna say like he's terrible, like he'll do nothing for the Rays this year, but he's not gonna be an ace.
Yeah, I totally agree. And also I think just even if he was an ace, the rest of this rotation is still pretty bad. Jesse Schultens, Nick Martinez, Steven Matz, like these are not. Drew Rasmussen is a good 2 or 3 starter, but if Shane McClanahan is not going to be an ace to hold this all down, it's not looking good. But I want to talk about Griffin Jacks. Him being like he's legitimately bad. Everyone thought that last year he was kind of just getting unlucky in his time with the Rays. Whatever. He's legitimately terrible. He gives up a lot of hard contact. He gets whiffs, but he doesn't get a lot of strikeouts. Walks everyone. Really, the only thing that I like is his ground ball rate, but it doesn't matter
I'm
because
gritting
they're
because Ryan had Griffin Jackson on
yeah.
his fantasy team and
Which
kept him for like 3 blowups, which is Ryan is known in the league as being like the most impulsive owner by
I
far.
dropped Pete
Like
Alonso.
you rate dropped Pete Alonso, but you kept Griffin Jacks for like a whole week after he gave up like 800 runs. Confounding,
Well, because
truly.
that was whatever. Anyways, um, Yeah, Griffin Jax is not good, and that means the bullpen in general. I guess Ian Seymour has been pretty good. He's been like a long relief kind of guy. I heard that he might start making starts. I don't
He
know
was
if
a starter at the end of last year. He made
yeah
19 starts last year. They used him a lot as an opener last year,
yeah
but he started 10 games and he's only pitched 11 innings this year.
hmm,
So they seem pretty dedicated to only making him an opener, which is a little weird because he was pretty effective last year. He had like
yeah
a 3.6 ERA, and like his underlying numbers weren't incredible by any means, but he was relatively effective. And I'm sure him last year was far more effective than like Nick Martinez and Steven Matz, who they're running out there as their like 3 or 4
right.
starters. They got Yankee legend Yoendris Gomez closing games now for them because Griffin Jax is so bad.
They got a
Like, there's somebody on the injured list who
Pepio.
starts with a U. No,
Oh
well, yes, Pepio, but I'm talking about their bullpen. Uh, it's like, yeah, Edwin Uceda.
Edwin, you said it, yeah.
He's probably gonna be their closer once he gets
Hmm.
off the IL. But even if he's really awesome, which like he's a good baseball player. Like I'll give him that. Like I mean, coming to the year, I would have said Griffin Jax was a good baseball player, but he's got some juice for sure. He has like a 30% strikeout rate in his career.
And not for nothing, I mean
So
the Rays starters got to keep them in the game enough for him to be pitching. So and
yeah.
yeah, I think yeah, like
Now
you
that
said,
Chandler Simpson isn't playing the Yankees, he's not like going
yeah,
nuclear anymore. Of course,
naturally.
he's remember that he's actually not very good at baseball.
He pulled that one fly ball, and I just started shaking. I was like, this dude has never done that in his life. Like, never. And he's doing it against us. And he's never going to do it again. And he hasn't.
Yeah, that was BS.
I was so mad. I'm not mad. Don't put in the
The
newspaper
top of their
that
lineup
I'm
isn't
mad.
pretty good. Like Junior he started off pretty slow, but he's rocking like an 824 OPS, which is pretty much right where he was at last year. He's starting to hit more home runs. He's at 6 home runs right now. Yandy Diaz, Ryan's fantasy team legend. He's kind of ageless, but I don't know how he does it. Like I genuinely don't understand how Yandy Diaz is good at baseball still.
His exit velos are a little bit down this year, which is concerning for me and my fantasy team, but for real life, I'm happy about that.
I mean, he's
Um,
been like so far into the season, he's been
he's
like
been
the
really good.
best he's been in a couple
Yeah.
of years. Jonathan Aranda he started off pretty strong. Legendary All-Star game home run hitter Jonathan Aranda. He continues to be pretty good, but he's pretty much a platoon bat at this point. Like he's excellent, excellent, excellent against righties, but he can't really hit lefties at all. So not the scariest of players, especially to the Yankees who have a lot of great lefties. But anyway, I think we can kind of just move on from the Rays. They're probably the least interesting team of the
Yeah,
division,
they did
even though they're in
this.
second place right now.
They did this gimmick last year too, though, and I know last year they were playing a lot more home games at GMS, but I don't know. I'm just really not. I'm not too moved by this pitching staff or this lineup at all. I don't know. The lineup, like the top of the lineup, is really good, but at the bottom is just so bad, dude. Like Cedric Mullins is straight up bad. I don't like Taylor Walls is. I mean, he's hitting in like the bottom of this lineup, but still, like it's just like the bottom of the lineup. They're not even average. They're severely below average hitters, and I don't know. I'm just not super moved by this. But the who do you want to talk about first? The Orioles or the Blue Jays? I feel like they're both interesting.
Let's just keep going in order and talk about
Oh
the
yeah, the
Orioles.
standings. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the Orioles have been a very interesting team so far this year because they have been getting pretty unlucky in terms of like barrels and stuff like that. They're kind of hitting the ball really well, but they are failing to get results. I'm looking at the team stats. So if you look at the da, 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 trying to find the barrel rates leaderboard. Okay, anyway, so the hard hit. Hold on. So the Orioles have the a 287 batting average on balls in play right now, which is pretty below average, and they are hitting.
This is their offense, right?
Yeah, this is their offense. They're both like middle of the pack in like real results. They are hitting at a 100 WRC plus right now, but they there's usually a whatever. Their hard hit rates are at like the top of the league. Hold on. Yeah, so they're sixth in hard hit rates, and yeah, so they're getting pretty unlucky right now. I see Orioles fans talking about it a lot, and Pete Alonso has started to heat up, which is obviously concerning for us. And their pitching is holding. Trevor Rogers has been good. They've been getting like really, really screwed by outfield defense. That's what we should talk
I
about.
want to
Yeah,
let me talk about the defense for a minute. It is, as somebody who has both Trevor Rogers and Kyle Bradish, their two best pitchers on my fantasy team. Watching this team play defense genuinely gives me a stroke every time. Like their center they put Blaze Alexander out in center field and he's doing like 360s trying to get to the baseball and then falling on his face and not catching it as it goes sailing over his head for a bases clearing double every time. Kyle Bradish right now has take a guess. What do you think Bradish's BABIP is? Like a BABIP against?
I want to say in the 400s.
It is 400. It is
That's
403.
crazy.
So 40% of the time when he's giving up contact is going for a hit, and that's despite him being pretty average in like hard hit rate. He's actually pretty well above average in average exit velo. So he's not allowing hard contact, but every single ball that gets hit finds the outfield grass or is an infield hit. Salvador Perez had 3 infield hits against Kyle Bradish in one single game in his last start. Like Salvador Perez is fat as hell. The amount of luck you need for Salvi to get an infield hit is absurd. That's one. The amount of luck to get one infield hit, let alone
Yeah.
3. So I do think that the pitching will kind of improve for them, at least with those two guys. Rogers looked pretty bad, honestly, in his last start. Like he did get really screwed by some awful outfield defense by Blaze Alexander, but he also gave up 2 nukes to Jose Ramirez, and good defense isn't going to save you from giving up a ball 500 feet to left field. So his expected numbers are actually better across the board than last year, which is funny to me. Like, he's not giving up any hard hit balls. He's 92nd percentile in hard hit rate right now. And a lot of his other numbers are good. Like, his strikeout rate is still obviously not great. Like, he's sitting around like 20%, but he's not a strikeout guy. I think that they will probably both trend towards being better than they have been the last couple of weeks. And their other guys, like their depth guys, Shane Baz has not been good. People called me a madman for saying that he would not magically become an ace after
Yeah.
moving out of George M. Steinbrenner Field, but he has a 5 ERA. He's rocking a 1.55 WHIP. Like,
That's
maybe
crazy.
he's just not very good, guys. And I understand that he throws the ball hard. I understand this, but if you like, a lot of Orioles fans I don't think actually watched him pitch last year and realized that he wasn't giving up like wall scraper shots.
Yeah.
Like he was giving up nukes to the
Oh,
White
oh yeah.
Sox. He gave up like 7 home runs to the White Sox in one start last year.
Fun
Don't
guy.
laugh. Don't laugh. It wasn't funny. I
Uh,
didn't laugh.
so I was wrong just before when I was saying that they've been getting pretty unlucky. I've been listening to Orioles fans complain about that, and they're actually wrong. They're pretty middle of the pack in both real and expected results. Like their WOBA to xWOBA is, and their WOBA, they are 17th in WOBA and they are 15th in expected weighted on base average. So you're moving up 2 spots there, I guess. So there's your moral victory. But yeah, so this looks so far like a pretty middle of the pack team, both again in real and expected results. But that might be good enough to cut it in the AL. That looks pretty terrible all around right now.
Losing Zach Eflin, one of their starters,
Mhm.
is pretty bad for them.
Yeah,
They're throwing out Chris Bassett right now, who has literally the worst fastball in baseball up to this point. He has a -10 run value on his fastball already somehow. Like, how? I genuinely don't even understand how it's possible to have
that's
that awful a
hilarious.
pitch in like 3 games into the season. He's
Yeah.
thrown 20 innings. He's a 7 ERA. All of his expected numbers say that this is correct. He should have this.
Hmm.
He is first percentile in strikeout rate. He has a 9% strikeout rate. So it looks like he's cooked. He's
Yeah.
37. Like it might just be
He
over
looked
for
like
him.
he was cooked last year too. Like I don't really know. I don't know why they signed him. Uh, he's not good. Wasn't good last year,
He
and
somehow had a below 4 ERA last year, but like it was fake.
yeah,
He was just farming the Yankees, who couldn't play against the AL East last
right.
year.
Well,
The
moving
lineup
on.
is all like
Oh yeah,
the
yeah, the
one sec,
lineup.
one sec.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
The Ryan Helsley looks pretty good, especially relative to like his Mets tenure. I don't think he's really blown a save yet. I might be wrong about that. He's given up. I'm sure I think he's definitely given up a couple of runs, but I don't think he's blown any saves, or at least blown a save and then they've gone on to lose the game. But he has a sub 3 ERA right now. All his expected numbers, besides the ones that are never good for him, like walk rate and hard hit rate, are good. He's getting 35% strikeout rate, throwing hard. He's not walking like when he was with the Mets, he was walking everybody
Yeah.
and he was giving up hard contact. Now he's only walking a lot of people and he's getting a lot of strikeouts. So he's cooking. The rest of their bullpen, like Rico Garcia, has been low key cracked. I don't know if you're familiar. He just gave up. Go look at Rico Garcia's Savant page. I know you have Savant up somewhere.
Yeah.
Go look up Rico Garcia's Savant page and laugh. Not at the Orioles, but laugh at the Mets for DFAing him at the end of the year, with their bullpen consisting of like
Dude,
Luke Weaver, Devin
this is
Williams, and
hilarious.
Huascar Brazovan.
Yeah, every
Yeah,
single time I watch them, it's Brassapon pitching. Dude, that's hilarious.
he gave up a
That's
granny
really
last
that's
night. That
really
was
funny.
awesome.
Oh my god.
Rico Garcia has genuinely been cracked, and he was like by
Yeah.
expected numbers pretty good last year. I don't know what they were smoking DFAing him. He has like some of the best expected numbers of any reliever in baseball. He's striking out like 30% of hitters. He gave up his first run like the other day. He gave up a homer.
The
And
Mets are hilarious.
he's been other than that, he hadn't even given up a hit, I think, in his first like 10 innings pitched.
Damn.
So the Orioles have a little bit of juice. Like relative to the Rays, definitely more juice. Their
Yeah.
lineup is pretty bad. Their outfield defense and their infield defense are pretty bad. But you never know. Like Taylor Ward has been, I think he leads the league in doubles still. Pete Alonso is probably heating up, even though he's obviously going to be streaky. Jackson
That
Holliday's hurt again, but that might be for the best. He kind of sucks.
I mean, listen, like the AL is just straight up not good. Taylor Ward is leading the league in doubles right now. But yeah, I mean, it like I said, average could just be good enough for this AL because it's really not looking good. We're gonna cover the Astros in a few minutes. That pitching staff is legitimately the worst in baseball, and the Blue Jays. Which do you have anything more to say about the Orioles?
Now let's talk about the Jays.
The Blue Jays are very good, and they will be very good at some point in this season. But it's a question of will it be soon enough because they are super injured right now. So taking a look at the Blue Jays roster resource page on Fangraphs, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players on the IL, and most of these are impact players. They have Alejandro Kirk, Addison Barger, Anthony Santander, and George Springer. Those are all four impact players on their position player list. Barrio is addition by subtraction. Shane Bieber, Bowden Francis, Cody Ponce, Trey Savage. That's three starters right there. This is not a good scenario for the Blue Jays. This is pretty doomsday. If this was happening to my team, I would be really really upset. And so I'm not gonna take any. I'm not gonna take any claims in the division right now because they could come back and open
Oh
with the
yeah.
fire of 1,000 Furies. But again, I
I'm
just
gonna
don't
do a
know.
little bit of a victory lap.
I don't know if it's gonna be soon enough.
Just like not that it's gonna be the end of the year, but like Springer is out for like kind of a while, I think. Like
Yeah,
I know he
that's what I'm
started
saying.
doing like drills and everything, but even when he was healthy at the beginning of the year, he was awful, awful, awful. Like he was like truly terrible
Yeah,
baseball player in the time he was healthy, and he's coming off pretty major injury and he's 36. Like who knows what you're gonna get out of George Springer. Vladdy, now that he's done with his like I'm insane at the playoffs gimmick, is back to being like just a very good baseball player and not like the greatest baseball player in history. So, lol. Ernie Clement, ha 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 ha. Wow, you're telling me that Ernie Clement is not the greatest player in history because he hit 800 during a playoff series? Yeah, okay. He's walking 1% of the time.
Yeah.
Truly a hilarious critter.
I will
He
pay Ernie Clement or Nathan Lukes $500 each to take a walk. Like, legitimately, because they're not doing it. Neither and look at Nathan Luke's Savant right now. It's really funny.
Yeah,
Actually,
Luke
both of them.
specifically, like
Both of them
at
have
least Clement like has a little bit
hilarious
of juice,
savants.
but Nathan Luke sucks, dude.
Yeah.
They were batting this guy second throughout like the whole playoff run.
And Kazuma Okamoto has been pretty bad to start out the year.
He's
He's
been
been
super
striking
bad.
out
He
like
had like
a
a couple
lot.
good. He started out okay, but he's been just absolute dog shit. He's just like a 620 OPS. He had a couple home runs at the beginning of the year, but he's done nothing ever since then, which is embarrassing.
Their rotation is unfortunately is pretty good. Gossman looks like he's setting himself up for another devil magic run of splitter fastball combos.
I don't know how he does it, bro.
I don't know, man. It's disgusting. It's filthy.
It's not right.
It's terrible. Dylan Cease is doing Dylan Cease things. Looks really good one day, looks really bad the next. He's not. He hasn't been really efficient. He's been throwing a lot of pitches in
I think he threw
very
like
limited
110
innings.
pitches to get through 5 innings the
Yeah,
other day.
like that's just not good. And
There is a lot to like about Dylan Cease. Like
yes,
he's getting a ridiculous amount of strikeouts. He's sitting at like 40% strikeout rate, but it's the Dylan Cease experience. Like he's walking 13% of hitters. He's striking out 40% of hitters. His new pitches are legit. Like he's
yeah,
throwing a bunch of new stuff that's actually meaningful, but he hasn't really had a start against a good team yet where I'm like, wow, we really should have signed this guy type
yeah.
of stuff.
Of course, that'll be against the Yankees, but
Of course. But yeah, like versus the Dodgers, he went 5 innings. Versus the A's, he went 5 innings. Versus the White Sox, he went 4 innings. The only start he's gotten through 6 innings so far has been against the Brewers,
he's throwing his
and
changeup like
you know they're
significantly
cheating
faster.
only against me. So
Like he's
yeah,
throwing his
yeah.
changeup
Well,
like
that's like
seven
the whole
miles per
thing
hour
that they were
faster.
doing. Like
Yeah,
the changeup has always been the pitch that's kind of eluded him in the
right.
past, and he's always tried to get it to work, and it never has. So the Blue Jays have really kind of put it into the arsenal in an actual meaningful way here. But despite them like putting it in the arsenal, like he can't always throw for strikes. It
Hmm.
doesn't always work. Like he really only uses it against lefties as well. Like he he never uses it against righties. He literally like a 1% usage rate against righties. So obviously there's more righties in any given lineup than lefties.
Yeah,
So it's not like the most effective pitch just because you don't use it all the time. But I don't know. If I was a Blue Jays fan, I'd be like cautiously very optimistic about Dylan Cease
yeah.
so far. Like he hasn't really shown anything to piss me off.
Patrick Corbin has also been like not bad for them. Donald Trump
Yeah,
is
but we all
president, so
know
that
that.
makes
We
sense.
all know that won't last. That won't last.
Um,
Uh,
I feel
their
like
bullpen,
we
like
could
Jeff Hoffman has look at Corbin's Savant page. Like,
no, yeah,
I'm
it's
good.
really
I'm
funny.
good, bro.
Pa- Patriot Pat is what the Gate 14 guys are calling him.
Jeff Hoffman has been kind of funny. Like
Yeah,
he hasn't been good. He has like an 8 ERA, but like all of his strikeout numbers, all of his like strikeout minus walk rate numbers and stuff are looking really good, which implies that he should be good, but maybe he just isn't.
yeah, he's just giving up a lot of barrels, and the exit velo isn't good.
He's
Like,
not even giving up that many barrels. He's like pretty average in barrel rate.
I mean, yeah, but he's pretty below average in exit velo, and that's not really a good combo.
It's true, but I don't know. I think that Jeff Hoffman will probably be better than
Yeah,
he
he'll
is
be
at
better
this
than
point in
this.
time. They sent down their worst reliever. What was? Oh, it was Brendan Little, was it?
Yeah,
He that was really sad for me. Uh,
wow.
he was one of my favorite players to watch pitch because he sucks so bad, and every time he comes in, the Blue Jays would lose.
I will say,
Tyler Rogers has been doing Tyler Rogers things.
yeah, Jeff
He's
Hoffman is
80
giving
years
up
old.
a ridiculous amount of pulled fly balls this year. So I don't know how long
That's bad.
that's gonna
That's
last.
not what you
But
want.
it is not what you want. People are
Tyler Rogers averages 82 on his fastball, and he gets 10% strikeouts, but he also
yeah, okay,
is 97th percentile in expected ERA, and the best pitcher in baseball limiting hard contact.
yeah. This is their Tim Hill.
Yeah, and
I,
I respect that.
yeah,
I
and
respect
like
that.
I would imagine it's equally as frustrating to watch Tim Hill pitch when you're a fan of a different team.
Tim
Um,
Hill's my goat,
Tim
so
Hill,
I won't be
yeah,
slandering
I,
Tyler
I, I
Rogers.
tweeted about this today. I just really respect his game. But yeah, I think that's a good look at all the.
Tim Hill won an award today. Did you
Yes, he
see?
did. Yeah, for
Shout out Tim Hill.
shout out Tim Hill.
Braden F- Braden Fisher has been the Blue Jays like third best or like third highest leverage guy
Hmm.
after Hoffman and Rogers. Sorry, that'd be Varland. He'd be their fourth.
Hmm.
Louis Varland has been their third best guy, and he's awesome. He's very good at
Yeah.
baseball. I fear he's probably going to be their closer if Hoffman doesn't turn it around. And I think he'll be their closer pretty quickly too. I don't
Hmm.
think that, especially with how bad their record has been, I think they're more inclined to like phantom IL Hoffman and make Louis Varland the everyday closer for them.
I could see it.
But they haven't been in position to win these games. Like Jeff Hoffman has not cost them a ton of games. Like Jeff Hoffman is not the reason that their record is so bad.
Yeah.
Like they would still be pretty well below 500 even if Jeff Hoffman was the best pitcher of all time.
The lineup is just regressing pretty hard. I mean, last year they were pretty reliant on a lot of things and on a lot of players that are just not performing this year so far. They are 21st in WRC plus right now. They have a 96 as a team, so that's just not good.
The Yankees are the only team in the AL East that has a top 10 WRC plus. The Yankees are
Yeah.
number 6 at 107, and then number 2 is Baltimore at 16, exactly average at 100. Toronto at 97. Toronto at 96, and the Tampa Bay Rays are
14th.
somewhere in
They're
here. Are
14th.
14th. Sorry, I skipped them at 101. So none of them are top 10 besides the Yankees.
Yeah.
All their pitching has been kind of bad. It is unfortunate that we're not getting the Blue Jays during this time when they're injured. Like the Blue
Yeah.
Jays don't play a division rival until their 28th game, is a stat I saw, and they're playing 46 out of 100 games are against division rivals in like May to July.
Hmm.
So we just gotta hope that they don't like get hot right before we start
Yeah.
playing them. But I'm
I
sure
think
they
that
will because
they're
nothing
still going
bad
to
ever
be
happens to
no,
them.
they're still going to be pretty injured when they come around in May. So
What's the George Springer status? Like Dylan's our league mate who has him in fantasy. Uh, Dylan was saying that he's like starting to run. Yeah, he resumes activity. Oh wait, yeah, he might return like
oh wait,
soon.
yeah, we can return
How is that
possibly and play.
possible? Like Judge
Yeah.
was out for so long with the same injury.
Yeah. Whatever, man. They're cheating still.
Yeah, cheating. You're right.
All right, let's move on to the Astros. I know it's baseball and some weird whatever is going to happen. I remember last year we should have swept them in Houston, but we got that one really terrible umpiring series. But
That was crazy.
there's really no reason not to sweep this team. I mean, the lineup is really good, but carried by by the top, and the pitching is. We were saying this before, straight up the worst in the league. Just taking a look at like the starters for this week, Lance McCullers Jr. has a 6.2 ERA. The cutter and the sinker have been good, but otherwise, I mean, he doesn't have any positive run value pitches. Gives up a ton of hard contact. All these pitchers give up a ton of hard contact. They're perfect for the Yankees. Mike Burrows is a 6.75 ERA. And Spencer Arrighetti has a 2.45 ERA, but a 5.05 xERA. So again, like and Yankee legend Enyel De Los Santos is closing games because Brian Abreu's been so bad. Like this team sucks.
The
And
Astros collectively, as a rotation, have and bullpen have a 5.81 ERA.
yeah,
They're the worst in baseball. Pretty
so
comfortably too. Like the Nationals are kind of on their tail at 5.7, but then 28th, the Phillies, haha, it's hilarious, are a 5.1. So like
yeah,
they're nearly a full run above the third worst team in baseball. And do you
so
know who's first?
who?
The New York Yankees, of course. We've always been a pitching team. What can
We've
I say?
always been a pitching team, but yeah. So unless
Hunter
you have anything more
Brown
to add
is
on the
their
Astros series,
Yeah, like Hunter Brown is their one good pitcher, like one really good pitcher, and he's injured and he's not coming back for a long time. So we're
yeah,
obviously not gonna have to face him this weekend. Their lineup is, I wouldn't say it's hard carried, but it is carried by Jordan. Like
yeah.
Jordan has been probably not probably, he has been the best hitter in baseball. He has like a whatever. He has an absurd WOBA. Like can you pull up his fan graphs? I have his Savant up.
Yes, I'm pulling up the ex-WOBA leaders right now. Jordan
Well,
Alvarez.
Expo, he's
Oh yeah,
I know he's
his WOBA is 514 and his ex-WOBA is 551.
so he has the best WOBA and he's underperforming
Yeah,
his ex WOBA by like a significant margin. I have him on my fantasy team. Like genuinely, every time he comes up, he hits a ball like 105 miles per hour in the air to the wall or over the fence. He could realistically have like 15 home runs right now with like marginally better luck.
we should
Like if
walk
the wind
him.
was blowing like 2 miles per hour, it would be
We got to walk him every single time.
yeah.
Like I'm looking at.
And like yeah, I think Christian Walker this year, who was terrible last year, has been like relatively good this year behind him. But like you just can't let him beat you. Like even if there's a runner on if there's a runner on first, you absolutely cannot pitch to him.
Yeah, no.
Like if
Walk.
there's nobody on, sure, like you can give up a solo home run, that's okay. But if there's runners on base, I don't care if it's first and second, like load the bases.
Yeah, without a doubt. Because I mean, you can get Christian Walker out. Chances are you like. How do like I genuinely want to know how would you pitch to Jordan? Like you just
I've watched a lot of his games. So do you know what his like strikeout rate is right now?
I'm sure it's nothing. Like
It's 9%. He strikes out
dude,
9% of the time, and he walks 16% of the time. So
like
he also doesn't whiff. Like he has an 80%. He's like 80th percentile in whiff rate. Like he never whiffs. He doesn't chase. He hits. He's like the thing this year that makes him like so absurd is that he's like pulling the ball in the air. Like
yeah,
normally he was just so strong that he would just like hit it 110 miles per hour and then sometimes it would go out. But he's like I think pretty purposely trying to hit home runs now and it's working, but somehow him trying to hit home runs has not coincided with him whiffing more and striking out
yeah,
more. Like you can't get him out. Like a lot of these home runs also are coming on pitches like a foot below the zone. And never throw him
yeah.
a curveball, by the
I'm
way. If
looking
there,
at like the run value chart. Like you can't you can't pitch to him. Literally.
yeah, he's good
So
against everything. I mean, I guess technically he hasn't been good against a sweeper or a splitter. But like these are pitches that are outside the zone half
Ryan
the time
Weathers,
anyway.
Ryan Weathers, it's your time.
Ryan Weathers,
Okay.
sorry, Jake Bird will not be on the. I think he is on the major league roster right now, while
Yeah.
while Weathers is down. But do not throw him a pitch in the zone.
Oh
I
my
swear to
God,
God.
dude, the
If there's
Jake Bird
unless the
sweeper.
bases are empty and we're winning, yeah, dude,
Yeah,
eating so good, bro.
yeah.
The similar batters
All right.
comp like that Savant gives are hilarious too. It's like 2021 Aaron Judge, 2021 Kyle Schwarber, 2019 Bryce Harper. Like, yeah, dude. Okay.
Okay.
Other than that, like I think that even if you give up like 3 solo home runs to Jordan in a game, like the Yankees should still be able to beat them just based on how awful their
Yeah,
pitching is.
without a doubt.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if we
So
get goobed in like one game. So I'm
that's
gonna give it like a 2-3 prediction.
a 1 and 2. You mean 2 and 1?
2-1. Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, 2 and 1. I'm gonna go 3-0. This pitching staff is terrible, but I would be more than happy with 2-1. But I am gonna go 3-0. So
I think we
I
lose the
think
Arrighetti game. That's my prediction.
okay, that's fair. It's not unreasonable.
He has
But
juice in the tank.
yeah,
I respect him.
all right. I
But
think
other than
that's
that,
just about
I
it.
would be happy
We
with a
we
sweep.
covered
I
a
wouldn't
lot
be
today.
surprised.
All right, I'll respect that. We got the Red Sox today. We got the rest of the division today, and we got the Astros outlook today. So a lot of information chalked into this episode. I'm sorry to be rushing out. I got to go to work. Unfortunately, I wish I could do this for my job. If you want a longer episode, like, subscribe, all that, so I don't have to rush out to go to work right now. We love you all.
But
Please, even
anyway,
if you don't love us, leave hate comments. As always, we're
as
more likely to
always,
respond. Kyle, your
we'll see you
closing
next
thoughts.
week. Go
We'll see you.
Yankees.
Go Yankees.
All I need to say, go Yankees.
Fuck Boston.
Fuck Boston.
See you, everyone.